Busco Beach. It's the only place where a grown man can come out, act like a kid, cut up on a go-kart, four-wheeler, dirt bike, don't matter. As long as you come out here and waste some gas, have some fun. Now me and John came out here for the Cars and Cameras meet. Those guys always throw a huge party. It's always a blast. You get to see all the crazy stuff people have come up with. You get to see how fast it'll go. And you get to watch them break stuff. But that's fine, because there's always somebody there to help you fix it. The Cars and Cameras guys were out there with all their builds, including the monster truck cart and even the Ducati cart. They were answering questions and occasionally helping us fix stuff. At one point we busted hubs, and I dropped the exhaust off my death quad. But the guys from Broke Motors brought a generator. Appreciate that, guys. And we brought a welder, and we got it situated. And I'll be the first one to admit that my welds are ugly, but they hold. Once we got everything fixed up, it was time to go ride. Everybody piled on their stuff. We had go-karts, four-wheelers, mini bikes, dirt bikes, just all sorts of craziness. Everybody piled on, and we booked it, heading out to the trails. We were going to the drag strip, going to the mud pits. Basically, we were going out to just go fast and get stuff dirty. And it was a ball. Come to find out, over 80 people showed up for this with all their stuff. And you know you can't just come out to Busco Beach without going to the drag strip. The little death quad did way better than I thought it would. Had a stage 1 212 with an eBay torque converter, and on a good launch the front end would come off the ground. And it was fast and scary. No, it wasn't the fastest thing out there, but it went as fast as I wanted to go. But of course, John's 420 had to rear its ugly head at the very end. Once we had a few drag races in, it was time to hit the trails and get these things really dirty. We had just had a few good rains, so everything was just gross and muddy and dirty and full of water and holes. And it was fun. Cold, but fun. Here in just a second, John's going to discover just how cold it gets. And not going to lie to you, it's actually pretty funny. You don't get many opportunities in life to hear a grown man squeal, but here comes one of them.
Woo! That's cold!
You're welcome, America. With a quick spit shine of the lens and a real good view of John's ugly mug, we were back in business.
What ain't with us? I broke the camera in this time. Yeah, sure.
Now, when you're looking at this footage, you got to keep in mind that we had everything out here, even a drift trike. This guy came out with a drift trike and hit these trails, and he was going anywhere anybody else did. And I was really surprised at it. It was a good build. He ran through everything out here with drag slicks, but we didn't get a lot of footage of it, so word to the wise, do not go cheap on a GoPro, buy an actual GoPro. And here's a big shout out to the guys from Broke Motors. They brought the tow rod out, and when John threw a keyway, they were more than happy to hook up and pull him back to camp, which was a huge help. Now that little thing don't look like much, but it was pulling all the carts, big carts, little carts, whatever, and it did it with no problem at all. This is one of the things that I love about coming out here for these Busco Beach meets, is that everything is built, not bought. So everybody brings their stuff out, and we're not scared to get it dirty. We will bury anything we bring out here and have a blast doing it. At one point, we got held up back at camp making some last minute repairs and missed one of the big trail rides. So me and John and George and Austin from Broke Motors decided that we'd go out on our own ride. I'd been out on the death quad about all day, so I decided this time I was going to take the Yerf dog. We'd found this little spot earlier that had a bunch of hills and rocks and big dirt pits, so we figured it was as good a place as any to go cut up. Now this hill right here doesn't look like a whole lot, but the sides of it are very, very steep, and the first couple times I was nervous going up this thing. And yes, my Yerf dog has a cup holder. And then it happened. The tow rod made it to the top of the hill. Little stiff frame chassis with little to no ground clearance. It was pretty impressive. If you're out on the trail and your brakes crap out, you're gonna have a bad time. I'd like to take a quick second to apologize for the delay in this video and for some of the video quality. I've been working a lot lately and hadn't had a chance to sit down and edit, and there was about 10 or 12 hours of footage I had to go through. And the cheap GoPro, the lens doesn't like dust very well, so again, don't buy a cheap GoPro.
Yo, look at all these. We got our out here with broke motors, cars and cameras.
I wanted to give one last shout out to John and Ike from Cars and Cameras for throwing mini Mayhem. It is always a blast every time we go out there. Always a good time, always good people, and we really appreciate it. I'm sure everyone else does too. So until next time, we'll see you guys.